Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, if you're tuning in right now, there's a really good chance you're dealing with the absolute sheer frustration of hitting a sudden digital brick wall. You sit down, you try to use a critical tool like the Windows 10 Upgrade Assistant, and bam, you are completely blocked from connecting to Microsoft servers. Honestly, it's maddening, especially when your internet connection is doing just fine everywhere else. But today, we're going to unpack exactly what's happening behind the scenes and give you the clear, actionable steps to actually get past it. So, why on earth is Microsoft blocking you? Well, first off, I totally get how annoying this is. When that error message pops up, it feels like your computer is just glitching out for no reason. But here's the thing, it's actually not a glitch at all. What you're experiencing is a very deliberate security measure. Think of Microsoft servers as an exclusive VIP nightclub, and this error message, it's acting exactly like a strict bouncer at the front door. That bouncer isn't malfunctioning. They're doing exactly what they were hired to do, which is keeping potentially problematic traffic out of the club. Section 1, the core reason, Microsoft's digital bouncer. So the crucial thing to understand here is that Microsoft servers are specifically programmed to reject any traffic that looks like it's coming from a masked source. When you fire up an application like the Upgrade Assistant, it has one mandatory job. It absolutely has to authenticate your computer with Microsoft. But if the server sees a connection where it can't verify your true location, or it spots an IP address that's known for security risks, well, it refuses entry. Basically, if your digital ID looks fake, obscured, or just plain dangerous, the bouncer hands you an immediate error. No exceptions. Moving on to Section 2, 3 common error triggers, why your ID was rejected. To actually fix this, we need to understand what exactly trips that security alarm. There are basically 3 primary suspects causing your connection error today. As we go through these, I want you to start mentally checking your own current network setup to see what matches. All right, here is our lineup of suspects. First up, we've got VPN or proxy usage. Second is a low IP address reputation. And third, regional compliance restrictions. If you're getting this error, it is almost a guarantee that one of these 3 things is happening on your network right this second. So let's break down the mechanics of each one, shall we? The absolute most common culprit is a masked connection versus a direct one. If you're using a VPN, a proxy server, or literally even an antivirus web shield, Microsoft systems are probably going to block you automatically. You might be wondering why. Well, because while VPNs are fantastic for your personal privacy, bad actors use them all the time to hide malicious activity. Even a totally well-meaning web shield feature in your everyday antivirus software acts just like a mask, which makes you look super suspicious to the server. Now, I hear you saying, but wait, I don't even use a VPN. Well, actually, you don't necessarily need to be using one for this block to trigger. Let's talk about digital background checks. Internet service providers usually hand out dynamic IP addresses, meaning you're sharing or inheriting an IP from someone else. If the IP address you were handed today was used by some random person yesterday for spamming, running bots, or hacking, that IP carries baggage. It has a low reputation score with Microsoft's filters. You are literally getting blamed for the bad behavior of the person who had your digital address before you. Crazy, right? Our final trigger is regional compliance. Look, Microsoft is a massive global entity, right? That means they have to strictly adhere to international trade sanctions and local government regulations, which physically restrict access in certain countries. How does that impact you? Well, if your ISP happens to route your internet traffic through a gateway located in one of those restricted regions, or if your perfectly normal local IP is just accidentally misidentified as being in one of those areas, bam, the system automatically drops the block on you. It is literally international trade law unexpectedly crashing your living room Wi-Fi. Which brings us to Section 3, how to resolve this, bypassing the block. Since this is almost exclusively a network issue, we've put together a really straightforward 4-step roadmap to bypass this block and get your digital ID verified. We're going to disable the mask, change the source, clear the cache, and finally, if all else fails, play the waiting game. Step 1 is definitely the most direct fix. Just take off the mask. If you've got a VPN running, shut it down completely. If your antivirus has a web shield feature, go ahead and temporarily disable it. Dig into your Windows network settings and just double-check that no proxies are set up. Once you are totally exposed and transparent to your ISP, try running the Upgrade Assistant again. You'd be surprised, but very often, just taking off that digital disguise is all it takes to get the bouncer to let you right through the front door. If Step 1 doesn't do the trick, we move to Step 2, which is changing your network source entirely. The absolute easiest way to figure out if your home ISP is the root of the problem, maybe because of that inherited low IP reputation we talked about, is to just switch networks. So if you're on your home Wi-Fi, try tethering your computer to your mobile phone's cellular hotspot. Run the tool again, If it works instantly on your phone's connection, boom, you have your answer. The issue is specifically tied to your home ISP's connection. Okay, step 3 might sound a bit like a cliche IT fix, but I promise it's highly relevant here. You need to clear your Edge or Internet Explorer browser cache and cookies. Now, you might be asking why those specific browsers. It's because these Microsoft upgrade tools actually rely directly on internal system web components to run. So if there's an old stuck authorization token just hanging out in your browser's background data, it's going to repeatedly trigger that error. Clearing the cache forces the tool to pull a completely fresh token. And finally, step 4. We have to acknowledge that false positives absolutely do happen in massive security systems. It's just a reality. If you've tried all the other steps and you still can't get through, sometimes the absolute best action is no action at all. A temporary security flag on your specific IP address might actually just expire, or the database will update itself automatically within 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes just walking away and waiting a day or two allows the digital dust to settle on its own. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a crucial question to help you troubleshoot your immediate digital footprint right now. Think about it. Are you currently using a VPN? Or are you sitting on a specific corporate or public Wi-Fi network when this error pops up? Identifying exactly how your internet traffic is being routed is your ultimate key to getting past Microsoft's digital bouncer. So, what is your network really telling Microsoft? Figure that out, and you'll be well on your way. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and good luck getting that upgrade tool running smoothly.